Every night at exactly 2:17 a.m., the old man wakes up. Not because of noise, not because of dreams, because of regret. His small room is silent. No clock ticks, no phone rings, only his breathing. Slow, tired, broken. He sits on the edge of his bed and looks at the empty chair near the window. That chair has been empty for 23 years. No one has ever sat there again, because that chair once belonged to his son. A son who left and never returned. A son who walked out with angry eyes and shaking hands. A son who said only one sentence before leaving. "I don't have a father anymore." Those words never left his mind. They play again and again inside his head. Like a curse he can't escape. Every night he asks himself the same question. What did I do so wrong that my own child erased me from his life? He remembers that night clearly. The storm, the broken glass, the shouting, the silence after. He remembers standing at the door, holding his pride tighter than his love. He remembers choosing ego over family, and that was his biggest mistake. Since that day, his life stopped moving forward. He stopped celebrating birthdays. He stopped answering phone calls. He stopped caring about tomorrow, because his tomorrow left him. People think he is strong. They see him smile at the grocery store. They see him joke with neighbors. They see him helping strangers. But they never see him at 2:17 a.m., crying quietly so no one can hear. Sometimes he takes out an old photograph, a small faded picture, a little boy sitting on his shoulders, laughing without fear, trusting without doubt. "That was you," he whispers. "That was us." He keeps that photo under his pillow, not for memories, for survival.
Because some nights,
Without that photo, he wouldn't want to wake up again. Then one evening, something changed. It was raining, just like that night. He was making weak tea in his kitchen. His hands were shaking. His vision was blurry. Suddenly, his phone rang. Once, stopped, rang again. No one ever calls him. No one. His heart started pounding. He stared at the screen. Unknown number. For 5 seconds, he couldn't move. For 5 seconds, he couldn't breathe. For 5 seconds, he felt young again. He answered. "Hello?" Silence. Only breathing. Heavy. Nervous. Familiar. Then a voice whispered, "Dad, was it really you?" The cup fell from his hand. It shattered on the floor. His knees became weak. Tears filled his eyes. His lips trembled. After 23 years, after endless nights, after silent prayers, his son had called. But why now? Why after so long? What happened in his life? What secret forced him to return? And most importantly, will this call heal old wounds or open them again? The truth will be revealed. In the next part, for a few seconds he couldn't speak. His throat was dry. His heart was racing. He held the phone with both hands, afraid it might disappear. "Say it again," he whispered. "Please, say it again." On the other side, the voice trembled. "Dad, it's me. It's your son." The old man closed his eyes. Tears rolled down his cheeks. He had imagined this moment thousands of times. In dreams, in prayers, in lonely nights. But now that it was real, he didn't know what to say. "I thought," the old man said slowly, "I thought you forgot me." There was silence, then a soft laugh. "No, I tried to forget you, but I couldn't." Those words hurt more than anger. They meant pain had never healed. "I'm sorry," the old man whispered. Not loudly, not dramatically, just honestly. "I should have said this years ago." On the phone, his son's breathing became heavy. "I waited for that," the son said. "For years, I waited." The old man felt his chest tighten. "I was stupid," he continued. "I chose pride instead of you. I chose silence instead of love." "I was scared," the son replied. "Scared you never cared." "I always cared," the father said. "Every single day." He looked at the empty chair, at this chair. "I talked to you, even when you weren't there." The son became quiet. Then he spoke again, slowly. Dad, I'm calling because... He stopped. His voice broke. Because I don't have much time. The old man froze. What do you mean? He asked quickly. I'm sick, the son said. Very sick. The world seemed to stop. The rain outside became louder. The walls felt closer. No, the father whispered. No, not like this. I didn't want to tell you, the son continued. But I didn't want to disappear. Without hearing your voice again. The old man stood up. His legs were weak. Where are you? He asked. Tell me, I'm coming. I'm in Chicago, the son replied. In a small hospital near Lake Street. Without thinking, the old man grabbed his jacket. I'll be there, he said. Tonight. No matter what. Dad, you don't have to... I do, he interrupted. I lost you once. I won't lose you again. There was silence. Then, a soft cry. I missed you, the son whispered. So much. I missed you more, the father replied. They stayed on the phone, talking, remembering, laughing, crying, like time had reversed, like 23 years had disappeared. That night, for the first time in decades, the old man didn't wake up at 2:17 a.m. because he finally had hope. But he didn't know that the hardest part was still coming. To be continued. The old man didn't sleep that night. Not even for 1 minute. He sat on his bed holding his phone in his hand. Afraid that when he woke up, everything would be gone. At 5:30 a.m. he left his house. With a small bag, some clothes, and a heart full of fear and hope. He took the first bus, then a train, then another bus. He didn't care about time. He didn't care about money. He only cared about one thing, reaching his son. When he arrived in Chicago, it was evening. Cold wind touched his face. Tall buildings surrounded him. He felt small, lost, but determined. He asked people, checked signs, walked slowly, until he finally saw it. The hospital. His hands started shaking. He stood outside for a moment, breathing deeply. Be strong, he whispered to himself. Then he walked in. White walls, quiet halls, smell of medicine, sound of footsteps. Everything felt heavy. At the reception desk, he said softly, I'm looking for Daniel Carter. The nurse checked the computer. Room 417, she replied. 4th floor. Left side. He took the elevator. Each second felt like a year. Ding! 4th floor. He stepped out. Room 417 was at the end of the hall. He walked slowly, like his feet were afraid. He stopped in front of the door, raised his hand, then lowered it, raised it again, and finally knocked. Come in, a weak voice replied. He opened the door and froze. On the bed was his son, thin, pale, tired, connected to tubes. Not the strong boy he remembered, not the angry young man who left, but a fragile man fighting for life. Dad, Daniel whispered. The old man rushed forward, sat beside him, held his hand. I'm here, he said. I'm here, my son. Tears rolled down both their faces. They didn't speak. They didn't need to. Their hands said everything. After a moment, Daniel spoke. There's something I need to tell you. The old man looked at him. What is it? Daniel swallowed. I didn't leave because I hated you. The old man's heart skipped. Then why? Daniel closed his eyes. Because I thought you went to jail because of me. The room became silent. What? The father asked. That night, Daniel continued, I borrowed money from your boss. I couldn't pay it back. He was angry. He threatened you. The old man remembered. That night. The argument. The shouting. The next day, the arrest. They blamed you, Daniel said, and I believed it was my fault. The father felt dizzy. You were just a child, he whispered. I was scared, Daniel replied. I ran away from everything. They stared at each other. 23 years of misunderstanding. One lie, one mistake, one broken family. And now, the truth. But was it too late? To be continued. The old man sat silently beside the hospital bed. His mind was spinning. 23 years. 23 years of pain. Because of one misunderstanding. Because of one lie. He held Daniel's hand tighter. I should have told you everything, he said. I should have protected you. Daniel shook his head slowly. No, Dad, he replied. I should have trusted you. They both sighed. For the first time, the wall between them was gone. After a few minutes, Daniel spoke again. There's more, he said quietly. The old man looked up. What do you mean? Daniel reached under his pillow. He pulled out an old envelope. Yellow. Wrinkled. Week from time. I found this 2 months ago, Daniel said. In my mother's old box. He handed it to his father. The old man opened it carefully. Inside were documents, court papers, bank statements, a handwritten letter. His eyes widened. This is evidence. Real evidence. It showed that his boss had stolen the money. Not him. It showed fake signatures, fake transfers, fake witnesses. Everything was planned. They framed you, Daniel whispered. They used you to hide their crime. The old man's hands trembled. So, I was innocent, he said slowly. Yes, Daniel replied. Completely innocent. Tears fell from the old man's eyes. Not tears of sadness, tears of release. For 23 years, he carried shame. Now it was gone. But why didn't this come earlier? The father asked. Daniel looked down. My mother found it years ago, he said. But she was afraid. Afraid of what? Afraid of reopening the case. Afraid of losing her new life. Afraid of losing her new husband. The words cut deep. She chose comfort over truth, the father whispered. Daniel nodded. I tried to reopen the case, he continued. But my health got worse. The father stood up suddenly. No, he said firmly. This is not over. Daniel looked at him. What do you mean? I will fight, the old man replied. For my name. For my life. For us. But you're old, Daniel said softly. I'm still your father, he answered. The next day, the old man went to a legal aid office, with shaking legs, with strong will. He met a young lawyer named Anna. He showed her the papers. She read them carefully, then looked up. These are real, she said, and they are powerful. The old man's heart jumped. Can we reopen the case? Yes, Anna replied, but it will be dangerous. Powerful people are involved. I'm not afraid, he said, because now he had something to protect. His son, his truth, his dignity. But somewhere, someone was watching, someone who didn't want the truth to come out. And that person was ready to stop them. To be continued. The first threat came at midnight. The old man was sitting beside Daniel's bed, holding his hand, talking softly, remembering old days. Suddenly, his phone vibrated. Unknown number. One message. Stop digging into the past, or you will lose your son. His heart stopped. He stared at the screen. His hands became cold. Daniel noticed. Dad, what is it? The old man forced a smile. Nothing, he said. Just spam. But inside, fear was growing. The next morning, Anna called. They know, she said. Someone leaked the case. Is that bad, he asked. Yes, she replied. Very bad. That afternoon, 2 men came to the hospital. Black suits. No smiles. They stood near Daniel's room, watching, waiting. The old man felt their eyes, like knives. He moved closer to his son. Protective. Brave. That night, Daniel's condition got worse. Machines started beeping faster. Nurses rushed in. Doctors followed. Cardiac arrest! Someone shouted. The old man was pushed out. He stood in the hallway, shaking, praying, crying. Please, God, he whispered. Not now, not again. After 30 long minutes, a doctor came out. He's stable, she said, but weak. The old man fell on a chair. Relief. Tears. Fear. All together. The next day, Anna visited. We filed the petition, she said. The court accepted it. When is the hearing? He asked. 2 weeks, she replied. 2 weeks. It felt like 2 years. During those days, strange things happened. His room was searched. His bag disappeared. His documents were copied. Someone was trying to destroy evidence. One evening, while walking back from court, a car stopped near him. Window opened. A familiar face appeared. His former boss's brother, the man who controlled everything now. You should stay quiet, he said coldly. Old men don't win wars. The father looked straight at him. I already lost everything, he replied. I'm not afraid anymore. The man laughed. We'll see. Court day arrived. The room was full. Reporters. Cameras. Lawyers. Judges. Daniel was brought in on a wheelchair. Weak, but determined. The old man held his hand. We will win, he whispered. The judge entered. Everyone stood. The case was called. 23 years later, justice had one last chance. But then, something shocking happened. One witness stood up, a witness who was supposed to support them, and said, he is lying. He is guilty. The courtroom exploded. The old man froze. Who betrayed him? Why now? And what secret was being hidden? To be continued. The courtroom fell silent. Everyone stared at the witness. The man stood there with shaking hands, sweat on his forehead, fear in his eyes. I saw him take the money, the witness repeated. The old man couldn't breathe. His heart felt heavy. Daniel looked at him in shock. Dad, this can't be true, he whispered. Anna stood up immediately. Your Honor, she said calmly, I would like to cross-examine the witness. Proceed, the judge replied. Anna walked closer. Mr. Harris, she said, you testified 23 years ago, correct? Yes, he answered. And today you are saying the same thing? Yes. Anna nodded slowly. Then please explain this. She placed a document on the screen. A bank record. Large numbers. Secret transfers. The room murmured. What is this? The judge asked. Anna replied. This shows that Mr. Harris received money from the victim's brother 2 days before his testimony. Everyone gasped. The witness turned pale. That's not... And this, Anna continued, is a recorded phone call from last week. She pressed a button. A voice filled the room. Say what we told you, or your family will suffer. It was clear. It was real. The witness collapsed into his chair. They threatened me, he cried. I had no choice. The judge banged the gavel. Order, order! The courtroom was in chaos. Anna looked at the judge. Your Honor, she said. This proves corruption, threats, and false testimony. The judge nodded. Bring the accused party forward. The former boss's brother was escorted in. Angry, sweating, defensive. More evidence followed. Fake signatures. Hidden accounts. Forged contracts. Everything was exposed. One by one. Finally, the judge stood. After reviewing all evidence, he said, This court declares Daniel Carter innocent. The old man froze. Innocent, the judge repeated. Wrongfully convicted. Tears exploded from his eyes. Daniel grabbed his hand. Dad, you're free, he cried. The judge continued. All responsible parties will be investigated and arrested. Police moved in. Handcuffs clicked. The villains were taken away. Outside the court, reporters surrounded them. Mr. Carter, how do you feel? The old man looked at his son, smiled, and said, I got my life back. But more importantly, I got my son back. Months later, Daniel recovered. Slowly, strongly, they moved into a small house. Simple, peaceful. Every morning, they drank tea together. Every night, they talked. No more silence. No more regret. One evening, Daniel said softly, Dad, I'm proud of you. The old man smiled. For the first time in 23 years, he slept without pain, without fear, without regret, because justice had finally arrived.